What Victor Oladipo means to us, what he has meant to me and my family and our coaching staff personally for a lot longer than even what he's meant to our Indiana family, the Indiana fans, the entire Hoosier Nation. It's really hard to describe it. And the privilege that we've had here with him in this time period of being able to watch him grow and develop in all areas of his life leads to a point where you have decisions to make, you have options. And Victor epitomizes to me what it means to have someone that deserves to have those options in his life. And he has truly earned those. And he didn't have them handed to him. They weren't bestowed upon him. They weren't entitled to him. He went out and took them. And when you get around people like this, and I've been around a few, but when you get around people like this that just have that spirit and will and grit and toughness, but most importantly, the ability to dream big and then be able to build goals into those dreams and destinations into those dreams, it's a great feeling. So with that being said, we'll turn it over to Victor.
Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate you guys for doing this. It's been an honor, to play here in Indiana, to grow as a human being, as a man and as a basketball player. But I will be taking my, I'll be growing and going on and entering the NBA draft. And it's an honor, to be an Indiana Hoosier means so much to me, and I will always be Indiana Hoosier. This is my home. I love this place. I love the fans. I love the people. I would like to thank, Coach Crean personally for believing in me when it seemed like no one else would. I would like to thank the coaching staff, Marnie Mooney, my academic advisor, everybody who helps me around here in Indiana, because without them I wouldn't be successful and I wouldn't be graduating in 3 years. I graduate on May 4th on my birthday, and I'm looking forward to that more than anything. It's truly an accomplishment for me. My family, that's big, education. So for me to actually accomplish that is truly a blessing. I would like to thank my teammates of the past and my teammates now. Without them, I definitely wouldn't be in this position I am today, because it's not one person who wins game, it's a team. And they become my brothers. You guys know it, I don't have any brothers in my family. So these guys are truly my brothers. And, they've been supporting me all the way. And without them, like I said, I wouldn't be here. I want to thank my family. They've been my rock, They've been coming to games and they've been supporting me the whole way, even though they might not be sure what exactly is going on. And I'm just thanking God for this opportunity. It's truly a dream come true, but it's become a goal, and to actually achieve my goal is an amazing feeling. I just got to keep working and making sure that my hard work and my work ethic it stays that way, and it becomes a way of life, and I'm going to make sure I do that. And that's pretty much it.
Before we open it up, I would say this. It's what you've been able to see with Victor, the numbers, and I know you have a lot of them there with you, they don't tell the story. The story has been written inside this building with the extra work, inside Cook Hall, inside the film room, inside gyms back home in the DC, certainly DeMatha, wherever his team takeover team was practicing, wherever he could get a workout, that's where the story has been written to this point. And it's an incredible thing to watch somebody that is as good a person, has the charisma, the personality, the integrity, the character, to just come alive with this just second to none work ethic that he has brought. And it has helped transform our team. It has helped make everybody else in this program better. And Victor may not have been the point guard per se, but when he was on the court, he impacted the game for everyone and made every one of his teammates better. And it was a lot more than just what happened on the basketball floor during the games. And that's why I truly support what he's doing. And there's no question that he's got the physical abilities, the mental capacity, maturity, and focus, the emotional well-being, and the spiritual background to be able to go and put himself in a position now where he takes this next step, which is a huge step, but where he takes this next step and is truly ready to embark on what I think will be an outstanding career at the next level, the NBA level.
Okay, we'll go ahead and open it up for questions. Raise your hand, I'll call you, Chris.
Yeah, I swayed back and forth, especially throughout the season, but I just felt like this was best for my family, and coming here, like I said, and graduating in 3 years, and getting such a great education that I have here at Indiana University, I feel like I'm prepared for it. Coming in and working out with Coach Crean and this coaching staff, I feel like I'm prepared for it. So I feel like it's the best thing. Man, it's been a crazy 3 years. My freshman year coming in here, it was tough. We won 12 games. And then Coach Green, as he does a phenomenal job of recruiting, brought in a lot of good players. And then the players that are already here that I have the utmost respect for, they just kept growing as players and as human beings. And, we got this thing rolling last year, my sophomore year. And this year, it was a great feeling. We had a great team. We won the Big Ten outright, and we went to the Sweet 16 2 years in a row. The last time that's been done, I'm not sure. You'll have to ask JD. But it's been crazy 3 years. I'll always love playing and love playing in Assembly Hall and turning around and chest bumping and fist swinging and all that kind of stuff to the crowd and getting the crowd hype and everything like that. So, like I said, I'll always be a Hoosier until the day I die. So. Probably when the season was over, I really wasn't really focused on, I was hearing stuff and, I was realizing that, I had a good chance on going to the NBA, but I was just so focused on Indiana and wearing them candy stripes that I wasn't really worried about anything else. To the end of the year when, it seemed like the best decision was to go. And like I said before, I'll always be a Hoosier, and I love the people here, man. They're my family, they really are. They're role models for me. And I always come back. And I hope you guys welcome me with open arms. A little bit of everything, just hearing where I'm at and, meeting with Coach Crean, meeting with my family, meeting with people I really care about, and just seeing where I'm at as a human being and where I'm at as a basketball player, and even then I still got a lot of room to grow in both those things and a lot of room to get better in both those things. So I'm just looking forward to it. I'm opening another chapter in my life, and God has opened it for me, and I thank Him from the bottom of my heart, because without Him I definitely wouldn't be here. Without Him I definitely wouldn't be in Indiana to begin with, and be blessed to be around so many great people. God works in mysterious ways, and He's working for me in my life, and I'm really thankful for that.
Oh, it was last year. Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the reasons we oversigned. I mean, we don't talk about that publicly, but there's no question. And because we're here every day. We see the story being written. We're a part of the story with him. I mean, so now, was that a given? Absolutely not. But the one thing that stands out to me so much on the court was the shooting improvement. And I could coach another 30 years. I won't, but I mean, I could coach. We may never see another guy improve from one end to from one end a year ago to where he was this year. Okay, that's astronomical improvement. But it wasn't mind-blowing because we saw him every day. And even when we couldn't work with him, I mean, he's done so many things to build his game. I think the thing that made me realize more and more that not only could this happen, maybe it would happen, but he was going to be ready for it to happen, was how his leadership went this year. Because it's not just how he leads himself, but certainly how he started to lead and be a big leader for his teammates. And when you're younger, you have your up and down days. Victor didn't have too many of those. And so the maturity part, there's always things that you want to see as a coach that cares about the players the way that you do, in the sense like, okay, these things have to be there to feel really good. Because really when they're with you, it's an extended family to the nth degree. And you want to feel comfortable, turning somebody over to somebody else. It's the same thing when families send them over to us. And so there's certain things always that you want to make sure that those things are there for him. Not that it would change a decision, sway a decision, nor should it, but to where you feel good about where he's going. Because ultimately, this is a daily process, and we've got to have a short-term ability to look at it. It's truly day-to-day, but you've got to have a long-term vision for these guys and exactly where it could take them. And I've never mixed words with Victor on that, and he always knew that we had that plan for him, and that's how he's worked here. So I don't think there was any one moment, but I think it's just been over a period of time. But I'm not surprised whatsoever that he has the ability to do this and where he's projected right now, but by the people that make decisions.
Oh man, that's huge. Like I said, from where I'm from, and coming from my family background, and my mother is real big on education, and first and foremost, she wants me to get my degree. And I'm letting the whole world know, without Marnie Mooney, that wouldn't happen.
It was right over here, by the way, cameras. Let's go, swing those over there. So.
Marnie has been a huge part of my IU career. And she's not only just become my academic advisor, but my everything, my best friend, my counselor. She's someone I can go and talk to about anything. And I thank God for her, because without her, I wouldn't be successful, not only in the classroom, but as a man as well. And God puts people in your life for certain reasons, and I'm glad Marnie Mooney's in mine.
Well, you're not stealing her. I don't care how much money you make. All right. So you're not going to be able to sway her out of here, is he? Good. All right. Oh, I don't think there's one exact thing that he's got to do. I think he's just got to continue to build on what that is. But I mean, continue to improve the shooting. Certainly, the range is going to have to come. But it's much like anything else. That doesn't come by forcing it. That comes by constant work, which is what he's done. Much with what we worked on today. I mean, just continuing to build his pick and roll game, build his footwork constantly, continue to play with his head up, play with great vision, make people better, but the bottom line is as good as his abilities are, and as much as his skills continue to improve, it's the intangibles that really are the strengths of him. It's his personality. It's his perseverance, it's his toughness. Certainly the athleticism is a huge part of that, but it's the tenacity that goes with that. I mean, he's just got an infectious personality that brings confidence to people. And every guy we've had, going all the way back to Dwayne, when you get in, there's always people inside that next level that want to conform you to the way that they want you to be. Okay, and maybe you shouldn't work this hard, or maybe you shouldn't dive on the floor for a loose ball. I remember Dwayne calling from an exhibition sequence in his rookie year, telling me that some really prominent people, not the head coach, because I'm sure the head coach, Pat Riley, loved when he would dive on the floor for loose balls, but that he needed to tone down a little bit in practice and not go as hard. Now, he wouldn't be Dwayne Wade if he wasn't going hard in practice. This was a guy that took 3 charges the day before we played Kentucky in an Elite Eight game, literally. And the whole key is, no, you do what got you there, and you just do it as good as you can possibly do it. So that's the thing for Victor. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, do what you do it as good as you can possibly do it, and don't back away from what that is. Never conform to some ideal of what somebody else thinks you need to be. You be coachable, but be the player that you're capable of being.
I might have sang a song or two. But I would have just thanked everybody, from Coach Crean to the coaching staff, to the people who, helped me since I've been here, to the fans, definitely the fans and the student body, the way they supported me and, been on this ride with us through our ups and downs, and, it would have been tough. And just like it's tough to make a senior speech right now, but I definitely would have been very thankful for wearing those candy stripes, and I always remember wearing those candy stripes, and I always remember playing with those guys, playing on this floor, and having such a great road record this past season, and just having a great season and a great career here at IU, and I'll never forget it, and I hope they never forget me.
Well, he hasn't signed with an agent. That process is evolving now. We'll start that procedure for him quickly in the sense of the interview process and things of that nature. But the projections have been good. He hasn't talked to anybody per se. I'm sure he's read a lot of different things, but like I always try to have these guys understand, what you read is not necessarily what's being said by the decision makers. And the feedback is very, very strong. Without being extremely specific, it has not been anything less than being a lottery selection. And that's just too hard to pass up.
Well, right now I'll be working out here because I want to finish with school and graduate on my birthday. I'll be working out with Coach Jackson and Coach Crean, and just getting ready, getting back in the gym, my home, and getting right, getting my game and where it needs to be, and improving, and after graduation, I really don't know what's going on. After that, I have to sit down with Coach and talk to him about that. So, but for now, I'm going to be going to school and working out and getting ready.
I think what will happen is we will continue because the academics are such a huge focus. And again, I'm not sure what the numbers would be, but I would doubt very many that there are many people in his position leaving after 3 years that are going to graduate in 3 years on their 21st birthday. And I think that is a huge, huge thing. And because it shows his character, it shows his attention to detail, but it shows what his passion is. His passion was more than just coming in here and being a basketball player. His passion was to have a degree. And when that's done, and there'll be a lot of different things over the next couple weeks, but then more than likely it'll be a situation where he'll probably go back home, prepare from home, and then start the travel procedures that will go into this with the pre-draft camp and the trips to teams. And by that time, I would imagine that the representation selection would be over for him. Maybe not. I mean, the most important thing there is that he picks exactly the right person for him, and then he starts to have those procedures take place out of the DC area until the draft comes.
I'm just gonna go in there and help impact winning. What I've been doing since I've been playing basketball, just like when I first got here at IU. I'm going to wherever I end up, and I'm gonna bring my work ethic and my leadership, and just help winning. Help them be successful, and just impact the team in a positive way.
I would add to that I think wherever Victor goes, I think there's no doubt that the marketing department, the public relations department, there won't be an office in the team or a part of the team where he goes that won't be excited that he's there. Because again, we've all been privileged to see what kind of personality and just resolve that he has, and how he treats people, how he is as a person. And I look forward to watching wherever he goes, in whatever team they have, they'll look back and they won't even have any idea. No matter where he's drafted, they won't have any idea how great of a future player they're picking, but most importantly, how great of a citizen they're bringing into their city, their community, their state, their environment.
Victor, what kind of role would you like to play in having future kids come to IU specifically from the DC area?
What role?
Yeah, in terms of just maybe putting yourself out there, helping them get decision or trying to be a player.
You trying to get us on probation?
Oh, it's an honor to be that. Coming from my area, when I first got here, I really didn't know a lot about Indiana basketball. I remember walking through the steps and seeing Isaiah Thomas, and I forgot who was showing me around. I think it was Maddie White, and I was like, Isaiah Thomas went here, and she was like, do you know anything about basketball? And coming from my area, there's a lot of good players, and a lot of hard-nosed dudes, and I would tell them to come to Indiana because it's the perfect place. If you want to grow as a person, as a player, as a human being, this is the place for you. If you have a relationship with God and you want it to become stronger, this is a place for you. And I'm glad I'm a role model, for kids back home. And I had role models growing up as well, but I fortunately ended up here at Indiana instead of anywhere else. And hopefully we get Coach Crean, to recruit a lot of guys from the DMV because they're pretty much pretty good enough to play here. So
Yeah, I don't think that's going to change.
Anything else for these guys? Kind of a equal question for both of you. First off, coming here, going from where you were in the drug discipline beginning, going to that, being able to not only go to the NBA but go a year early, how big a step is that to you, Coach? I would also ask, it's been a while since back in Marquette and playing with them. I believe this is the first time that someone projected to go this high in the draft in a period of time there. So is there anything you've experienced differently from what you did the first time that Victor being able to be a part of that, get this opportunity to go to the next level?
Wow. Like I said, it's been an amazing ride. If you go back in time and you take me back to when I was in high school and I was playing for DeMatha, and I was playing for such a great prestigious program and playing with so many guys on that team, and you would ask somebody who you think would be in the position I am today, I guarantee I would have been the last one they picked. And for me to come so far, and for Coach Crean to offer me to come play at Indiana after seeing me play one time, that's why I thank him all the time. Thank him because whenever I say I feel like he believed in me when no one else wouldn't, because it's the truth. A lot of schools started recruiting me little by little, but a lot of them stopped. But Coach Crean was the most consistent and the most persistent. So that's the reason why I came here. I just saw it as a sign from God that I need to be wearing candy stripes. And it was tough. You had your share of ups and downs when I came here. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I did. Because I've become a great man because of it. And I'm becoming a great basketball player because of it, and I want to be the best basketball player I can be. And I just got to continue to keep working because, that's the reason why I'm here now, is my hard work and, my work ethic, and I can't ever lose that.
I would think the biggest thing, there's not a lot we'd change. I think whether it was Dwayne Wade or any of the other guys that got drafted, or even a Wes Matthews who we coached for 3 years and would call around to different teams even after his senior year, after my first year here, and try to sell what he was all about. And then it took a year. I mean, he starts an entire season in Utah, and the next year he's got $32, $33 million, whatever it is. There's a quality with all of those guys. And that's that they go in there every day like it could be their last day. And that sounds like a cliche, I mean, but it's really not. And I think that's why they make it. And I think that's why it doesn't matter in the sense of where you're picked, how you get there. You never change how you got there. And I think that's been a key, and I think that's going to be the key for Victor as he continues to move forward. Because we're always trying to make sure that these guys that have a chance to go and play, when it's all said and done, that they're not just NBA draftable. There's a lot of players that are NBA draftable, but are they NBA ready? Are they ready emotionally? Are they ready mentally? Are they ready physically? Knowing that they will get stronger, all those things are going to continue to grow, but it's the same way that we recruit. You recruit with a character upside, you recruit with an athletic upside, you recruit for an intelligence upside. Well, you know, the NBA may have a different way that they put it, but at the end of the day, that's pretty much what it is up there too. And we want everybody that we have that has that opportunity to go in there ready to do what's asked, to be coachable, to handle any situation possible. And Dwayne Wade got drafted by Pat Riley, and by the time he was playing, it was for Stan Van Gundy. And a couple years later, it was for Eric Spoelstra. And he's never missed a beat in any situation. And great coaches, but I think it's the bottom line with all these guys. They're going to go through a lot of different adversities, a lot of ups and downs. But because they've come in as players that weren't entitled or enabled or coddled or prodded, they've come in and worked and earned. Nothing's been given. No matter how great this program is, nothing's ever given. You have to come in and earn it. And that's why they have longevity. And he'll be the same way. I thought about that last week. I don't think so. I don't think so with him. I think he would be fine. You know, if you looked at West Coast, out on the West Coast teams, and some of the up and down that's out there. I mean, he can do so many things in a ball screen game, in a spacing game, drive and kick game. He could go back with his intelligence. He might not believe this right now, but he could go back and run plays that he's run as a freshman, sophomore year. That's a quality that Dwayne had. I mean, just an incredible retention ability. And his next coach isn't going to see that until he gets him in there, but then he'll see it. I mean, because I've seen it. And so I think he could handle any of those type of situations, but I also think, you know, the bottom line for Victor and what I would think people would see in him, and again, it's the whole NBA ready ×2, is you really start getting separated past the first round of the playoffs. That's when you're starting to be separated as a player. That's when your toughness, your maturity, your ability to deal with adversity, your ability to really understand possession by possession really comes to light. He'll be fine with that. He'll be fine with that. And you know what? I think he'll be fine right off the bat with that. So it doesn't matter if it's an Eastern Conference, a Western Conference. It doesn't matter. He's going to go in and impact the program. And I just hope that that he gets around people that will continue to mentor him the right way and help him grow the right way and help keep him improving the right way. But most importantly, that he gets into an environment where he doesn't forget one thing about what's put him in this position a few days removed from his 21st birthday, or a few weeks removed.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.